In my last video, I covered Watcher, and how one mistake caused outrage in their community. Today, I want to talk about something alarmingly similar, but in a different field. This is the story about the newest controversy surrounding Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2, which was made by Sweden developer Arrowhead Studios and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, has very quickly become one of the most popular games of the year. Over 100,000 gamers on Steam alone are fighting for Super Earth against bugs and robots every single day. Helldivers 2 has sold an estimated 8 million copies, with the first million of those copies being sold just 4 days after release. However, Sony has recently made a big mistake regarding Helldivers, more specifically about their account linking requirement. On May 2nd, Sony Interactive Entertainment posted on the Steam Community Hub for Helldivers. This post was titled Helldivers 2 Account Linking Update. Attention Helldivers. Due to technical issues at the launch of Helldivers 2, we allowed the linking requirements for Steam accounts to a PlayStation Network account to be temporarily optional. That grace period will now expire. Account linking plays a critical role in protecting our players and upholding the values of safety and security provided on PlayStation and PlayStation Studios games. This is our main way to protect players from griefing and abuse by enabling the banning of players that engage in that type of behavior. It also allows those players that have been banned the right to appeal. As such, as of May 6th, all new Helldivers 2 players on Steam will be required to connect their Steam account to a PSN account. Current players on Steam will start to see the mandatory login from May 30th, and will be required to have linked a Steam and PSN account by June 4th. PlayStation Network accounts are free and easy to set up. This post received an insane amount of backlash for a few reasons. Reason number one is that PlayStation Network accounts are not available worldwide, while the game was available worldwide since its release on February 8th. It was only on May 4th that Helldivers 2 added over 100 countries to the purchase restricted list, disabling anyone from these countries without PSN from even buying the game. It is assumed by many that Steam themselves made this list to prevent any further confusion, and to make the amount of refunds just a little bit more manageable for them. Fun fact, the top 5 countries that don't have PSN are Pakistan, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Ethiopia, and Egypt. These 5 countries combined add up to 876.48 million people. There are also issues with countries that have access to PSN, but are only able to set up accounts with a PS4 or PS5.
Sadly, if they will not change this, not all allowed countries are actually allowed if they don't own a PS4 or PS5. Ukraine, one of examples. This is what I got from local support. Basically, you too poor to play. Thank you, Helldivers 2, Arrowhead, and Sony, for not better disclosing that the game will be locked from me if I don't own a console. I didn't even get the link account window at start, and it seems to be a trend that people that surely would get locked were the ones to not get it. Good day. Thank you for contacting PlayStation Network User Information Center. In response to your request, we would like to inform you that the registration of an account of the region of Ukraine is only possible through the console itself.
This was a clip from Pirate Software's stream, showing that a Ukrainian Helldivers player was unable to set up a PSN account using a PC, while I can do that exact same thing as an American with no problem. Now, this is clearly incredibly fucking stupid. If you want someone to make a PlayStation account for a PC game, you should probably let them use the PC that plays the game to make the account as well. Now, I personally think that makes a lot of sense, but what do I know? Another reason that this requirement is getting backlash is because Sony has had several massive data breaches over the past decade or so. The earliest data breach that I can remember was all the way back in 2011. This data breach compromised 77 million PSN accounts and rendered PlayStation servers completely unavailable for almost a month. There are more data breaches of differing severity listed on the screen and in the description. As a result of this announcement, Steam users have united and review-bombed Helldivers 2 to a very low 45% approval rating. Members of Arrowhead Studios themselves have recently responded to the backlash, with community manager Spitz initially responding with this message. It's not like this is the first or even the 14th mainstream game to require a third-party account that takes a couple minutes to create. But if it's a deal breaker to have to take 120 seconds out of your day to enter an email and password and then forget about it, change your Steam review and make your displeasure known on a platform where it matters. You know what? I think that's actually a pretty good idea. This response from Spitz was tone-deaf and pretty bad, and he says as much in a longer update he posted a few hours after this one. Players making their displeasure known through reviews, refunds, etc. gives us more pull in the discussions with Sony. They don't read our Discord. It hurts to see the game's popularity suffer in ratings, but discussions are ongoing and our team is on the side of the players in this fight. It's unrealistic to expect people to make PSN accounts in different regions to get past the account linking requirement. We are aware of that. Discussions are ongoing. Yeah, I was completely unaware how many countries didn't have the ability to make a PSN account when I made that statement. I deeply regret implying that it was so easy for everyone to just sign up and not have to worry about it. It's absolutely not our intention to force people to break Sony TOS, or just not play the game if they're in a restricted region. There needs to be a better solution. The change, the Steam announcement, and the FAQ are all coming from Sony, and not our team at Arrowhead. If a better solution is not provided for players who are in regions without PSN coverage, I'm assured that we will not be making the requirement mandatory for those players. We're not going to force people to either break Sony TOS or not play the game. Internal discussions are ongoing about the mandatory linking change, and while I can't reveal details, the response from our dev teams has been pretty universally negative, and we're looking for better options. Arrowhead's CEO has also tweeted about this quite a bit, including some amazing slam poetry as well. Waking up to the sunshine of yesterday, replaced with a dreary drizzle and shivering winds, makes me reflect on how I spent my time. Those rare few moments when all was perfect. Yet rain is essential to growth and is what changes spring into summer. I'll just have to wait for sunshine to return.
God, I knew it. Untitled, I get it.
I almost clapped. I almost felt the wrath.
Hey man, PlayStation Network isn't supported by my country. What do I do? I don't know. On a serious note, we are talking solutions with PlayStation, especially for non-PSN countries. Your voice has been heard, and I am doing everything I can to speak for the community. But I do not have the final say. To quote the alternate history guy, Sony getting a golden goose and fucking strangling it by their own greed and stupidity is the most Sony move ever. I really hope that Sony retracts this requirement, and if it's not retracted, I still hope the Helldivers in Uzbekistan can still save Super Earth somehow. That's about it from me. Hope you have a good day. New videos coming out soon. I thought this video was already over, but I just went on Twitter and saw this little Dexerto article. Democracy wins. Sony turns over Helldivers 2 PSN requirement after backlash. Let me find the tweet here. Okay. Helldivers fans, we've heard your feedback on the Helldivers 2 account linking update. The May 6th update, which would have required Steam and PSN account linking for new players and for current players beginning May 30th, will not be moving forward. We are still learning what is best for PC players, and your feedback has been invaluable. Thanks again for your continued support of Helldivers 2, and we'll keep you updated on future plans. Reactions to this have been pretty mixed, but I'm just glad that 118 countries, I think that was the number, can save Super Earth once again.